Hey guys, this is the Unit 3 Algebra Review. These are actual STAR questions, and tomorrow's test is going to look very similar to this. If you can complete this review, you're going to do great on the test tomorrow. So let's see, and also on the instructions from yesterday, I added what teak each one was, so that if you wanted to look at your notes, you could see in your notes where we did this stuff. So number 1, it says the graph of this function is shown on the grid. Which equation is best represented by this graph? So this is what we need to do. Here, I need to close this real quick. Okay, so first we need to put it into y equals mx plus b. So to do that, I'm going to quickly just move what's next to this y over here so that we have y equals. So I would subtract 7. If I do it there, I do it here. So we get rid of that. I'm going to subtract 1. I'm going to add 4. And I'm going to add 2. Now we can figure out what our slope is. I'm going to look at B because I'm going to look at A and B because I can see that this slope is going to be negative. And this is going down, so I know my slope is negative. So I'm going to mark these out. Okay? So I know negative 3 times x is negative 3x. So we have y equals negative 3x, and a negative times a negative is a positive 12. And then we also have minus 7, so I need to finish this. I'm going to keep going this way so that I have room to do both. So now we have y equals negative 3x, and 12 minus 7 is 5. So that gives us plus 5, and it looks like that's our answer. We want to double check. So here I'm going to distribute, and I have y equals negative 3x minus 6, and then we have the minus 1. So I have y equals negative 3x minus 7. So I can already tell that's not it because this is a 5. If that confused you, you could always do it this way. Here's the calculator. Turn it on. I'm going to hit y equals, and I'm going to put this in just like this. Just like this, we have y equals negative 3, parenthesis, x, minus 4, close it, minus 7. And I'm going to hit graph. And I can see this looks just like my graph because it's going through y at 5, and it's going through the x at a little before the 2. If I was to graph the second one, y equals, and put in negative 3 times x plus 2 minus 1 and hit graph, you can clearly see it's not this one. So either way, so your answer is A. Which line appears to have an x-intercept of 5 and a y-intercept of 3? So, negative 5 and a y-intercept of 3. So I'm going to do the y-intercept first. And I can see this is 5, so that can't be it. I can see this is negative 3, so that can't be it. I can see this y-intercept is 3, so that looks great. And I can see this y-intercept is negative 5, so that's not it. So I already know my answer is G, but I'm going to check the x-intercept, and I can see that that also goes at negative 5, so your answer is G. Nobody should miss this. Nobody should miss this either. Number 3. So you have a paper airplane that was thrown from the top of a tall building. The height of the paper airplane above the ground can be found using this function, where x is the time in seconds the airplane has been in the air. How many seconds did it take the airplane to reach the ground? Record your answer and fill in the bubbles on your answer document. So let's see. How are we going to do this? So we want to see so we have y equals negative 1.5x plus 60. So it looks like it starts at 60 and we want it to travel down. Looks like it's traveling down 1.5 seconds per 1.5. It's traveling a distance of 1.5, I'm not sure. And the x is the seconds. So we need to figure out how many seconds this is going to give us until it's 0. So I'm going to put this in my calculator. I'm going to hit y equals, oops. I'm going to hit quit. I'm going to hit y equals. I'm going to put in negative 1.5 plus 60. And now I'm going to hit second table. And I'm looking for, oh, I didn't put something in right because that's all the same. That can't be right. Y equals, oh, I forgot the x. Okay. X plus 60. I'm going to hit second and table. And I would like to know, let's see, we know the y-intercept is 60. And I wonder if when we find the x, what number is the x and y is 0? So I'm looking for the the x-intercept. And it's getting closer. And there it is. 40. And that makes sense. So, because 40 times, so 40 times negative 1.5 is negative 60. Plus 60 gives us 0. So your answer is 40. Number 4, given this function, what is the value if f is 16? F of x is 16. So we need to put in a 16 right here. So now we have 1/3 4 minus 16 squared. I'm going to put it in the calculator exactly like that. So we have 1 divided by 3, parentheses, 4 minus 16, close it, squared. I'm going to hit enter, and I get 48. My answer is 48. What is the slope of the line that passes through these 2 points? Well, we need to put that in stat edit. We have 5 and negative 11, and we have negative 9 and 17. So, stat, enter. So I have a 5, a negative 9, I'm going to tab over, and I have a negative 11 and a 17. I'm going to hit stat, tab 4, enter all the way down, and I know my slope is negative 2. Your answer is A. Let's look at the next one. This is wanting a rate of change, and we have a table, so I'm going to use stat edit. Stat, enter. I'm going to put in 0, 1, 3, 6, 8, and 13. Tab over, and I'm going to put in 32, 39, 53, 74, 88, and 123. I'm going to hit stat, tab 4. And I can see our rate of change is 7. Number 7. We have a graph that shows a linear relationship between the square feet, the area, the square feet, and the number of gallons. Which of these best represent the rate of change? So we're looking for the slope of the maximum area painted with respect to the number of gallons of paint used. So I'm going to find 2 points. I know that's a point. And I can see this is a point. And I know, so x is 1 and y is 400. So if I go up 200, 400, my rise is 400, and my run is 1, so I know my slope is 400. So your answer is C. Or you could put it in stat edit. What is the equation in slope-intercept form of the line that passes through these 2 points? Well, that's easy enough. Stat inner, that is our friend. Whoops. Stat inner. I'm going to delete these. I'm going to delete these. And I'm going to put in, I know I have -4 and 47, and I have 2 and -16. So I have a -4, a 2, I'm going to tab over, I have 47, and I have -16. Stat, tab 4, enter. And I know my slope is -10.5, and my B is 5. So based on that, I know it's either this one or this one. So I can mark these off. I just need to figure out what is -10.5, and it looks like it's going to be that. So if you have -21 divided by 2, -10.5. So your answer is H. Number 9. Okay, well, we have 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3. So we need to set up a hashtag. We have our X and our Y. And our X is 3 and our Y is 21. And they want to know what is the value of X when Y is 105. So let's figure that out. So cross multiply, we have 21x equals, what is 105 times 3? 315 divided by 21. X equals 15. So your answer is D. What are the equation and slope of the line shown? Okay. So we can see the line is going vertical, so therefore our slope is undefined. That's the only one with undefined, and we can see that it's passing through 6, so x equals 6. So our answer is J. Number 11, what is the equation in slope-intercept form of the line that passes through this point and is perpendicular to this equation? So we need to make the slope the exact opposite, which it is 2 over 5, so our slope should be 5 over 2. This is positive, so our slope should be negative. So we're looking for -5 over 2. I can see that I have that here. So I'm going to use y equals, put it in my calculator. Y equals -5 divided by 2, x minus 3. I'm going to hit second table, and I'm looking for 2.2. So when x is 2, let's see if y is -2. It is not. So let's look at the next one. Y equals, and we're going to put in -5 over 2x plus 3. We're going to hit second table, and when x is 2, y is -2. So your answer is D. Last one is, nope, I'm sorry, we have 2 more. We've never seen a graph with 2 lines on it, but it doesn't matter because we know how to work this anyway. The graphs of linear functions f and g are shown on the grid. Which function is best represented by graph g? So we don't even need to look at f. We can see that g is proportional, so it should not have a y-intercept. So I can mark these two off. And since this is a point, I need to find another point. And I can see one is right here because I'm looking only at g. So if I rise 1 and I run 1, 2, 3, I know my slope is 1/3. So I know my answer is G. I don't know why they put this on there. Probably just to confuse you. Number 13. So we have a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's see what it says. A zookeeper recorded the feeding schedule, and they gave us a table, and they gave us a graph. And they want to know what is the best prediction of the percentage of the baby rhino's body mass that should be used to determine the amount of food given at each feeding when it is 25 weeks old. So we're giving a prediction of the percent of baby food. Oh, to the baby rhino's body mass when it is 25 weeks old. So let's see if we can figure this out. Let's put this table in our calculator and just see what happens. It's kind of a long one, but that's all right. So we're going to hit stat, we're going to hit enter, and then we're going to put in these numbers. We got a 1, we got a 2, we got a 4, a 7, a 9, a 12, 14, a 15, a 17, and a 20. Okay. Tab over, and we have 20. Whoops. Something happened. Stat, enter. There we go. We have 20. We have 19.5. We have 17. We have 15, 14, 13.5. Enter. 12.4, 11.6, 11, and 9. Now I'm going to hit stat, tab 4, enter all the way down. Oh, good Lord. So my slope is negative 0.544. So we can see that the body mass is going down. So I'm going to do it this way. We can see that the body mass is going down. And we're trying to figure out what is it going to look like at 25 weeks. So this is 5 more weeks here. Okay, so now I'm going to take this slope, which is negative 0.5448. I'll just put that. And I need to do this by 5 because that's how many this is going down. So negative 0.5448 times 5 gives us 2.72. So 9 minus 2.72 gives us around 6. Let's see. That's it. And that makes sense because you know it's going to go down more than a half point, so it can't be that. It's not going to go all the way from 9 to 2.5, and it's not going to go up. So without doing any math, we could have just looked at it and made our prediction. That'll do it for the Unit 3 review. Please submit your grade on this video, or your grade will be submitted on this video, and that'll do it. Thank you for watching.